Welcome to my office.
Okay, baby go, baby go.
100 kilometers northeast of Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yeah, we're in the Big Wood.
The Peters contract logging crew is a week into their second job of the summer season. Harrison.
Yeah, huh?
The wood in Harrison, it's big wood. Like, it's some of the biggest stuff I've logged since I've been logging.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You kidding me?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to move now.
Gonna be a show. Small ass landing like that?
You got 2 or 3 machines crammed into one little landing. You haven't got hardly any room to land the log. So then the loader has to reach in and grab a hold of them while you unhook the choker. It slows things down immensely.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You need more room to land big wood, and then the loader's got to have place to try and pile big wood.
It's tight. It's probably the biggest log yet. I'll just have to find somewhere to put it. When we start a job, I usually communicate with the haulers ahead of time and let them know to buck the logs. I haven't seen one buck log yet. Any more like that down there, Brennan?
Yep. Go ahead on here, Rob.
The massive logs are testing Sheldon's 40-year-old yarder.
Takes a lot to get them out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
When you're fighting a log for 1 hour, you could have yarded in about 20 logs in that hour, right?
I can't see all.
It's frustrating. Slows us down, slows everything down, production-wise.
Coming at ya.
This is gonna be slow doing this.
It's goat country up here, like the Swiss Alps.
An hour north of Fort St. James, Freya Logging is nearing the end of a 5-week job.
We're logging for Tanazel Timber. It's like a community forest. They had a buncher and skidder operation before, but because they want a lot of retention, our system fits their needs better. We're different from conventional logging contractors. Retention style logging is basically removing most of the merchantable trees, which also includes blowdown off the ground. And we're leaving everything that is non-merchantable because we want to leave a forest behind.
Freya's fleet of European machines are designed specifically for retention and light touch logging.
So these machines are a little lighter footprint, more specialized and more finesse.
The 24-ton Scorpion King is an 8-wheeled harvester. It does the work of 2 conventional logging machines, cutting and processing trees before they hit the ground. The 20-ton Elephant King forwarder collects the harvested logs with an onboard grapple and hauls them to the road. Logs are sorted by species, loaded onto trucks, and hauled 600 kilometers to the mill.
The biggest problem we have right now is high fire risk up here. We haven't had rain up in this area for, I don't know, 2 months probably. So it's very, very dry.
This summer's wildfire season is shaping up to be one of the worst on record, with more than 1,000 wildfires burning across British Columbia. Flames have already consumed nearly 600,000 hectares of forest.
It's pretty stressful if you're on the brink of getting shut down. So now we're pedal to the metal, just trying to get as much done as we can.
To mitigate the risk of machines sparking forest fires, the province issues a daily wildfire danger rating.
So the fire system works from 1 to 5. So 1 is low, 5 is high or extremely high. 3 days of 5, it'll be shut down. We had a first day of fire danger rating 5 yesterday. And it could be another 5 today. If it's another 5 tomorrow, then we're shut down. We'll know better at 2 o'clock this afternoon, because that's when the rating comes out. If we get shut down, we have to either wait for rain or have to wait till it cools off to bring the rating down. It's just a waiting game. You bet.
You don't need any wood moved or anything?
Oh, I'm fine.
All good.
Right on, thank you.
The Freya crew are pushing hard to finish the last section of the block ahead of the impending shutdown.
Once I finish this little corner back here, this whole side will be all cleaned up.
Veteran operator Dave is one of Freya's top producers.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
She's rough ground.
Dave, he loves forwarding. If you put him in a good machine and have a lot of wood for him, he'll just go. He'll just haul it.
Hopefully get this wood out of here.
Mirko there, he always puts me on a block with lots to haul. And yeah, it can get a little frustrating if you're getting behind.
It's very important to not leave wood on the ground because they took the time to cut it.
Try to get it done before the fire ban's on.
I figure we'll be shut down after tomorrow, but time will tell.
Up. Oh!
Back at Harrison, the Peters crew is fighting big wood.
Looks like you're just giving her Ralph when you're standing up yards like that.
It's steeper now, and it is harder in the machine.
The machine's working with all the power it's got to get some of this wood up.
Oh, burps!
Something's wrong with the drum here.
This whole back's all up. It's this piece here that would have to get out from under there, but that falls over on top of itself.
That's a first for me. I don't know how we're gonna get that out of there.
The line built up and fell over in itself. Now it's underneath itself.
Might not be getting it out here. We'll see, though.
On Harrison, a tangled haulback line has shut down the yarder.
We aren't logging right now. This is expensive. It's sitting here not working. We're just trying to get the wrap out of it right now.
The lines on the yarder are key. If it's not spooling correctly, those lines can basically tie themselves in a knot, which cause big problems.
If they can't untangle the knot, they'll have to cut the line and splice it back together.
And you got to tower down, pull your old line off, and put your new line on. That takes time. Get your straw line, hook it on here.
Okay.
Just try something.
Well, watch your fingers, eh?
They'll try loosening the knot with the yarder's straw line.
This might get me enough slack, we'll see.
Give her our best shot here. College try.
Our straw line is the smallest line we have on the yarder there, and we use that line to pull around all our bigger lines.
There it is, right there.
Now, wonder if we can get it under that other one. Just try something here. Damn, leg don't bend like it used to. I'm too old for this bull.
Yeah.
Oh, give this one a yank.
When I first met Ralph, I was honestly a little bit intimidated.
Can you get that eye on this side now? I'll pick it up and then see if it'll go.
On here you're talking?
Yeah.
You know, he's an old school logger. You know, I expected to get screamed at lots.
Good man.
But yeah, he's actually a pretty cool, calm, collective dude.
Okay. She just might come out for us.
We got it free now. Can you slack a little bit more haul back? I just want to look at this. Oh, there. That's pretty f***ed up, eh?
The knot has kinked the haulback line.
We got it out, but it's pretty f***ed up. Should I paint this?
Oh, we'll see that.
Yeah.
Ideally, we try not to do more damage than we need to. With the price of lines these days, you don't want to be changing lines often.
Ralph tightens the line to try and pull out the kink.
Here it comes, Ralph. Ah, it's a little better anyways, eh? The haulback's got a bit of a kink in it, but just keep an eye on it. We'll keep logging. Harrison's kicking out of our haulback, but it's working. Right on.
Still a little smoky up that valley there, Mirko. There was a chopper on it there yesterday. Oh, yeah.
Freya has finished harvesting in the community forest.
Yeah, hopefully we get everything done in time.
But an escalating wildfire danger rating may shut them down before they can get the last of the cut wood off the block.
Usually comes online around 1:30.
Mirko checks today's rating.
It's on a government website. Why is it not loading? Oh, it's loading. Loading. Oh. 5.
It's the second 5 in a row.
The way the weather looks like, it's going to be a 5 again tomorrow, and then we'll have to shut down. We want to make sure we get all the wood. Don't want to come back to get it because that's also a very expensive move. All they talk about is you.
Yeah.
Mirko's relying on his most experienced operator to get the last of the logs off the hill.
The truckers do not get shut down because they're not in the forest. So they can haul all that wood. So long as we get the wood to roadside, it's all good for the truckers.
Max altitude reached.
Away she goes. How far does that little feller go?
About a kilometer. We used to drive around in the forwarder to make sure that we get everything, but a drone makes it so much more efficient. You fly for 5-10 minutes and you've seen the whole block. You've seen 50-60 hectares just in a hurry.
I think I still got a little bit on, right on the very end here. Yeah, right, see?
Right there, yeah, right here.
Yeah, there's some right in there.
You got a few loads.
Yeah, there's a fair amount back there, isn't there?
The last of the wood is at the far end of the block. Dave will need to cover some treacherous ground to get there.
Those are cool little rigs.
Landing.
You want to get the job done before the fire ban's on, but once it's on, and you're shut down.
So yeah, we better get it cleaned up tomorrow.
Yeah, no ifs and buts about it.
I'll think positive.
Think positive. I try to think positive too, you know.
You're on flat ground, like you're gonna move some wood. But if you're doing this all day, you're spinning and digging and scratching and cursing and swearing. Like, most times I'm fit to be friggin' tied in here.
It's a new day in the community forest. Dave's on a mission to haul out the last of Freya's harvested wood before the provincial fire rating shuts them down.
Yeah, it's been a little sketchy here. I know I got the 2 patches that we seen on the drone yesterday.
So I'm hoping that I can go up through all these rocks. Hopefully, I'll find a trail.
Oh, I think this might be it. I'll go in here, and I might be able to dip down over the top of it here. I've been logging for 26 years. I did 10 years down in Nova Scotia logging, and I've done 16 years out here. See, there's some drop off right there. Woo. She's leaning pretty hard there. Jeez, it's ready to tip. One does not want to tip over a hill. There's no wood there. Yeah, it brought me out in a place and it's no good. No good to me at all. There we go back. I'm gonna go up one more level. And I'm gonna see if I can see anything from there, but there's nothing from here other than a really, really rough trail. Wow. But you can see how much time you can waste just trying to find a trail. It's not a good thing if somebody left a patch of wood behind. There's the boundary right there, so this is a good chance. The boss would be getting a little upset over that. See, there's no way. I can't go any further.
Here comes the old heat maker over the hill.
Uh-oh.
Getting hot, eh? I get pretty hot, don't you?
On Harrison, the Peters crew is fighting big wood and a scorching sun.
Hopefully everybody goes home in one piece and doesn't get sick from the hot weather. That's our biggest concern right now.
I got tons of respect for the guys. You know, being out in the bush, you're hiking around in the heat, or you're hiking around in the snow. Just what they go through, we're a different breed, us loggers. We're a totally different breed.
Wouldn't catch your average man out here, that's for damn sure.
I've seen guys last like half a day, like not even half a day, and then they can't handle it. It's a really hard labor job. It takes a special breed. It's been in the blood. Just the more you do it, the better you get at it.
There's one right here.
You can grab that one if you want. Yeah.
steep ground itself, I mean, it's always going to be tiring, but the heat is exhausting. It takes a toll on the guy. I do have some packets of electrolytes, but with the heat, it's hard to keep up with all the sweat.
They've got lots of water. I also have a cooler with ice and ice packs.
Sheldon's mom, Leanne, is in charge of first aid on the block.
It's too hot out here.
Too hot. Hotter than hell out there.
I usually don't drink too much water. I usually put a piece of stick, like a fir branch, in my mouth just to keep the moisture in my mouth and everything too.
Starting to not feel the greatest here.
You don't?
Both of us.
What are you feeling? No, but like, what's going on?
Just exhaustion.
That's step one of heat stroke.
Hey, Sheldon. Phil's overheating. He's got a nosebleed. Oh, no. Hey, Sheldon. Phil's overheating. He's got a nosebleed.
On Harrison, the extreme heat has Phil on the ropes.
I was gonna sit up there.
Make sure he can walk.
All right. And go up to the truck then, Phil?
I should be okay. I'll just sit straight for a bit.
Yeah, I've had heat stroke from being out here, and yeah, you just start getting dizzy and puke and stuff. It's gross.
It takes a lot to make Phil stop working, so when it happens, it's concerning. I've known Phil since I can remember because he worked for my dad before I was even logging. He's actually one of the guys that taught me how to pull rigging when I first started logging.
Phil's an awesome worker. Try offering him to take a turn, but he never lets me. He's just set in his ways.
I think I don't know, maybe too hot. I never had this happen to me before. I've been logging for 50 years now. Actually, Sheldon, he was just a young kid there when I started working with Gary. I'm guessing maybe about 7 or 8 years old. I've known him quite a while, actually.
Got lots of water.
Lots of ice water, yep.
Remember, too much ice water is not good as well.
Shock your body.
Just need to cool down a bit, I guess.
Hey, Phil?
Are you sure you don't want to come up?
No, I think I'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get back at her.
The guys that are working for the company, they're not just employees. All of them are basically family.
Now that's some service.
Oh, I'm feeling brand new. So hot, so hot, so hot.
Oh, easy, baby. Easy, baby. Oh, that was hard. Every time when I start down these hills, it's a wee bit of a slide zone. So I would definitely recommend keep her in first gear.
Dave returns to the landing with another load of logs.
When you get it unloaded, fast as you can, you gotta have the wood in the right piles. It's not mixed wood, it's a certain sort of wood going to a certain mill. So it's gotta be right. Yeah, well, here we have large balsam over here. We have small balsam, gotta be separated. Can't be mixing it all together. Small logs over here, spruce and pine, and then the old nasty pulp.
Morning, Dave.
Morning. Morning, Mirko.
How's it going?
All's good, bud.
Mirko arrives to check in on Dave's progress.
I'm heading up over the old mountain there. I got a few loads left up there. And
Yeah, that'll have it cleaned up.
Yeah, it's quite rolling there. Yeah, it goes up and down.
Okay, well, I'm heading up. I just stay at her and don't be dilly-dallying at the pile. Unload your damn load and get back up there. Like I say, I'm old school. You gotta keep at her. They got wood everywhere. My God, look at this. What, 2 good ones and a rotten one. So yeah, you know. What a mess. Why did they do that? Well, they'll put the balsam in with the spruce and the pine. You know, that's not allowed. And you're trying to do this as fast as you can. I can always tell when it's the end of the block because things get messy and they just don't have to care.
With a potential fire shutdown just hours away, sorting logs isn't something Dave has time for.
Well, the woods look like you dropped it with a damn helicopter. That's just Russian. That's Russian and pissing me off is what it's doing. Just so you know that. Like, come on. What's that?
Back at Harrison, the Peters crew is on the move to a new section of the block.
Okay, Ralph.
The yarded wood at their last setting is already being loaded onto trucks by another contractor.
They got their own log loader and stuff, so they come in, they process the wood for us and load it out. We're just strictly focused on doing the yarding.
Down below.
Yep. This is my playground. All sorts of obstacles.
Pat makes his way through the standing trees at the bottom of the block.
I'm the hook tender. Basically find the anchor for the next road to be logged. Oh boy. I'm not sure how we're gonna get around those trees yet.
Pat's searching for the yarder's next tail hold.
This has to be a good tree to hold the weight.
To create the lift needed to pull logs to the landing, the yarder's haulback line anchors to a tail hold at the back of the block.
You try and look for a fir. They got a bigger root system.
Right here would be ideal.
You put like a little notch in there so your strap don't ride up. Little gap with my fingers.
With the tail hold in place, Pat makes his way back up the hill.
Damn, look at this, man.
And stumbles on a hidden gem.
Look at that big ass log that slid out of the block. That's huge, man.
On Harrison, Pat discovers a runaway log at the bottom of the block.
It's full length too, like probably 200 footer.
Like that baller's lost it?
Yeah, right down.
With the steep terrain that we're logging in and battling that big of wood, runaway logs are always a hazard.
Okay, if it comes out, it comes out.
We can't be pulling over trees outside the block to get it, right? All we can do is try.
Trying to find the best way to take this wood out.
When it's out of the block, if we can get the log out without doing any damage to any standing trees, we'll try to get it if it's possible.
Well, wait till we get the guy lines out.
Before any yarding can begin, 40,000-pound machine needs to be secured.
I don't know what we're gonna do for an outside guy line. The guy lines is what keeps our yarder standing when we're yarding.
Trying to pull a log with no guy lines, you're just gonna pull that tower right to the dirt.
The The yarder tower is supported by 3 guy lines, each wrapped around a notched stump.
Get it right to the road for that logging truck, Brendan.
One of the guy lines needs to be strung across the block road.
I got a logging truck getting loaded behind us. We don't want him to come through. If he doesn't see the skyline, he can catch it with his load. Loaderman just blew his horn. I'll just pull some slack and he can drive over this.
Okay, slack and guy line.
Oh boy.
Did it catch on that truck?
Yeah, I think he skidded the wheel and dragged the line ahead.
Oh, okay.
The guy line has snagged the trailer's electrical cable.
Can be dangerous. If he catches it, keeps going, well then the line's gonna end up breaking. Whip back, could catch somebody.
Ralph adds more slack to the guy line.
You guys can go ahead now.
Good go.
So right now we're just hanging ribbon on our guy line because it's going over the road.
Ribbon is meant to draw attention to the overhead line.
Going up on the guy line.
Ideally, we try not to put our lines over the road, but it has to be done in order to log the wood, so that's what we do.
Hey, just Dad here. It's a loaded truck. Is it clear to come through, you guys?
I don't know if that's going to be high enough.
If our guy lines aren't high enough, it could take the machine over.
Gonna be close.
Hey!
Yeah, okay.
With more good luck than good planning, for sure.
Thanks very much, Sheldon. You're a good man.
Yeah, you betcha. We'll see you in a bit.
Betcha. Is that all clear now, Pat? You bet.
Lines are clear.
I gotta go clear that.
Down below, Pat's ready to rig up his runaway log.
He's gonna need you for that one, Sheldon.
I'm a coming.
Stand up for the heavy ones. The heavy ones get a standing ovation.
Oh, that backbeat producing.
That's a nice one, man.
Not for sure we weren't gonna hit that wood. Thought we did. That's a mighty fine work.
It's a really good feeling seeing that wood get to the landing and then onto a truck. I'm proud of the crew. I couldn't ask any more out of them. If we can just keep yarding away here, we'll push right through.
Tell me, Sheldon, how is today going?
Pretty good, man.
Why are lumberjacks so organized?
Why?
Because they log everything.
I get it.
So you wanna be a buggy operator, right? Where am I going?
Dave makes his way to the last load of logs.
I gotta get up there yet, up on that hill. Let's give her a try. It's bigger work. She's got the power. You keep it in first gear on these here real steep hills. Come on, miss. You can do it. Because you know you got 60 ton with the machine. So we better lock her in. That puts all 8 wheels in the gear. Oh, that's hard. That is a hard go here now. Just a minute here. I got a buzzer going off here. That's me telling me one thing. It's low fuel. So if I tip the wrong way, I could lose my fuel out of my filter.
The angle of the machine is causing fuel to drain out of the filters.
I could run out of fuel, even though there's fuel in it.
If the forwarder stalls out on the steep slope, Dave could lose control of the machine.
You're not making it easy, I can tell you that. Whoa, easy. See, does that here. I got a buzzer going off here. I could lose my fuel out of my filter. Whoa, easy.
At Tanazel, Dave's on the verge of stalling out.
There you go. No, it's not smooth sailing, but I made her.
Dave reaches the top of the hill and the last of the wood.
Those machines, they are that good. They're just so stable on hills and yeah, if you got trust in your machine, you can really climb with them. Yes. The old bread basket. My good old girl. She's my good old girl. Whew. Thank God this one's over. That was a hard load. Things are really looking up. Okay. That is a wrap. I'm just glad to get that all done. Man. Man.
No, I think we got it.
Yeah, I feel very comfortable that we got everything.
Right on.
Dave finishes just as the day's fire rating is posted online.
5.
The anticipated shutdown is confirmed. But Freya's trucks can keep hauling.
Well, I'm happy he got everything loaded up. I love it when a plan works out.
So, I'm out of here. Have a good one, guys. I live back in a little town called Collingwood, Nova Scotia. I'm not much for sitting around a camp or a motel. So it's either you got wood to haul or you get me back when you do have wood to haul. And that seems to work pretty good.
Ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Right on.
With Freya shut down, Mirko has time to focus on a new recruit.
So Hannah asked me, what can I do to become an operator? She didn't ask me for a job. She said, what can I do to become an operator? Which I think there's a lot of thought behind that.
Been a forestry tech, and I've been in and out of the mills a bunch. And I just found that my place in this world is in the forestry industry. And I'm just really looking to be given a shot. And I came upon Freya, gave him a call, and I told him, I was like, I just need somebody to give me a chance. That's all I need. And he seems to be the person willing to do that for me.
So the task is load the logs one at a time in the load space.
I'm ready. She has to be ready. You got some eyes watching you.
I'll try not to hit anything.
For weeks, Hannah has been practicing in the simulator.
I have been trying to come as much as I can over the weekend. I think overall I'm doing pretty well.
So a simulator is a very cheap and efficient way to kind of learn your basic skills. Lift. Yeah. The danger of having a young green person in the machine is you know, that person could flip the machine, could damage it. While you're grabbing your log, make sure you lift your boom.
Okay.
And the score is here, right? She is improved.
But yeah, I passed this one.
Yeah, way more better, yeah.
Training a person is an investment. I think it's important to invest in young people as much as we can because we can keep that knowledge in the company, which is the goal. I'm open to train you.
Okay, that would be great.
Then I would like you to go with the mechanics for a week or two.
Okay.
To get the hang of tools and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then some more time in the simulator for sure.
Yep.
We're always looking for people that want to dedicate themselves to a good forestry practice. So it's very important to always find talent and to foster it and bring them higher and higher and higher.
When were you thinking of starting?
Anytime.
Okay.
Mainly excited, a little bit nervous too, because I know how lucky I am to be given an opportunity like this.
I'm 100% dedicated. Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Freya team.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's big.
Next time on Timber Titans.
We're going into old harvest areas, picking up logs that were left previously.
That thing's lead, man.
Found it first. What? Another day. We're harvesting burnt wood.
To make sure everything's going through the chipper.
Come on. Oh. Right off your 12, okay?
On the west coast of Vancouver Island, Integrated Operations is back at the Narrows. Salvaging high-value cedar logs from the forest floor.
Got the volume out of that, hey? You betcha.
We're gonna go take a look at all these slabs up here. We're going into old harvest areas, picking up logs that were left previously that we think there's enough value to make a bit of profit on. Holy.
Walking through brush that is so thick, it's over 10 feet tall brush, not trees, brush, and crawling on hands and knees to get from one spot to the next spot.
There's a beautiful one right there.
We're navigating a whole hillside looking for pieces here, pieces there. Not a normal logging project.
How's it look? You're gonna take it. Looks freaking awesome. We're gonna tag it as a heavy, a triple. I don't know that it'll be quite that heavy, but oh, come on. We got a multi-million-dollar operation here and this $20 stapler holds us up.
This is hands down one of the most expensive ways to log. Lots of planning, lots of stress, and it's intense.
Salvage logging starts with forestry engineers hiking through old cut blocks, marking down trees and recording their GPS coordinates. Next, hill crews fly in with chainsaws to buck and rip the logs into pliable pieces. Each piece is tagged based on its estimated weight, then flown off the hill by a heavy lift helicopter.
We've got the Sikorsky S61, really good company, good pilots, fantastic machine.
The Sikorsky S61 is a powerful twin-engine aircraft with an 8,000-pound lift capacity.
We always look for the S61 short. The tail frame's been shortened so that you're losing as much weight as possible, allowing yourself to pull the maximum amount of log possible.
This year, we've got 100% water drop. Helicopter production's probably 5% better putting the wood in the water. He doesn't have to stop the log completely before it touches the water. You can actually hit the water fairly hard with the log. And then flies around and takes off for the next turn.
The wood is dropped into bags that are assembled with chain boomsticks and maintained by the tug crew.
Okay.
Our job basically is just to look after the wood once it hits the water. We're assembling sticks, we're setting up bags, and the helicopter is going to fly the wood into it. Once they're done the job, a barge will come in and load it all up, and off to Vancouver it goes.
Yeah, not bad.
We literally have blocks all the way up and down this valley. And so what that means is we have to set up multiple bags up and down the inlet. You have to make sure the helicopter's flying the shortest distance possible. That's how we're maximizing efficiency on this project.
Where are you?
Not back down into the road block loading yet?
Oh yeah, okay, I got you guys.
The hill crew is in constant communication with the S61.
We need a way really quickly and efficiently to communicate to the pilot how much the log weighs. So we communicate with tags.
Turn just to our left.
This wood is so buried in brush, sometimes all the pilot sees is a tag.
Okay, I see it.
It's a pretty simple system. If you got a light log, you put a single tag on it. You got a heavy one, you put 3. And 2 tags should fly any time.
If it's under 5,000 pounds, we do 1 tag. If it's 5,000 or over, we do 2 tags. And a heavy maximum up closer to 7,500 to 8,000 pounds is 3 tags.
Woo! See you later.
8 pounds.
Woo! 8 pounds, buddy. Right.
Okay, this is our last turn on the Gulf field.
Okay, radar man.
So this is the log I'm looking at. Big triple. That triple tag is super important so the pilots know not to try that log until the end of the cycle when they're low on fuel and light.
When he comes fresh full of the belly of fuel, he can't lift as much as he can towards the end of the cycle where he's burned off most of that fuel.
Awesome. I'll get out of the way for you.
Yeah, it's big. Uh-oh. This doesn't feel good.
I think that one's gonna be a ripper.
That thing's glad, man.
We found our first abort of the day.
So an abort is a helicopter comes in to grab a log,
and tries to pick it up and it don't go nowhere. It's too heavy.
We just wasted 3 minutes of helicopter time, $1,000 on doing nothing. That is completely avoidable.
It's 5 meters. Like, who bucked this? It's the 3/8 log all day. It would have flown. That's what it should have been bucked at. I don't understand why it wasn't.
The log was tagged incorrectly by the previous hill crew.
I'm just gonna rip the top slab off, and then I'm gonna buck that end off. Then this'll go.
It was way too heavy to start with. So that, in my mind, was just kind of, you know, somebody either didn't know or they didn't care.
Now that that's gone, this is really close to flying now. So let's just take a chunk off.
You want to always catch your errors before the helicopter tries something. Lance and Max are really good at jumping on logs that need to be rejigged and fixed, and we call it fixed.
Hello, 61.
Hey, dude. Coming over.
Way over after 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right under your nose here.
Gotcha.
Unreal.
Woo!
What's the weight on that one? 6,900. 69er.
Oh, that makes me feel good.
Keep bucking.
In helicopter logging, everything you do is to make that heavy lift helicopter maximum efficient. So he's not spending 5 seconds longer, 1 second longer than need be in the air doing non-productive work.
That was a good call, Lance. Nice work.
You on here, Max?
I got you, Clark.
There's fog inside me there?
Yeah.
Does that rattle your cage? Oh, I start to die.
Deep in the Chilcotin, Del Biomass is salvaging burned timber from one of the largest wildfires of 2017.
The Elephant Hill fire has been burning for 70 days, leveling more than 120 homes and scorching more than 180,000 hectares of forest, an area 5 times the size of Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was a time. Fires everywhere. Everybody just came together. It was quite something, the experience.
Elephant Hill fire was one of the big ones that, started at Ashcroft and burned all the way to 100 Mile. They logged what they could earlier on, and since then, the rest is standing there rotten.
Starting in the block here, guys. Good morning.
Joe has been pioneering a biomass pilot project on Elephant Hill, along with a local company called Central Chilcotin Rehabilitation.
Central Chilcotin Rehabilitation is a joint venture initially between 2 First Nation communities, Sidlell First Nation and Tlatelolco government. We rehabilitate stands, extract wood fiber we can utilize there and get a new productive forest growing again.
We call this the Pressy Lake Project. We're harvesting burnt wood and trying to make something out of it that's got some value there.
We build budgets around a certain amount of production, so performance is key. We got to make sure that so much production happens, so many loads go to town every day in order to keep the ball rolling. It's a pretty simple process. Bunchers cut it, and it usually breaks into 14 pieces before it hits the ground. Skidder skids it to roadside. We got a loader that sorts through the bunches by species and by burn. Stuff that's really badly burnt goes in the grinder to make biomass. A grinder takes wood and turns it into kindling, and if you were starting a fire, that's the perfect stuff to have it.
The kindling is sold to wood pellet plants, as well as the local power plant where it's converted to electricity for the province. Logs that are less fire damaged are set aside for the chipper, the centerpiece of the operation.
A chipper actually cuts a wood chip. It cuts it. It doesn't just smash it into 1,000 pieces.
Yesterday's quality report on fir chips. So we're sitting at 81% accepts, because you can see it even in this stuff here, right? So like that's the oversized chip. The ideal chip's probably 1.5 inches, kind of square, 3 to 5 millimeters thick. Depends on the pulp mill and the process of digestion that they use to get the pulp product out.
I'm gonna go get in the chipper so we can load the next truck.
Curtis is the block foreman and lead chipper operator.
Try to feed the equal same diameter logs through at the same time. The chipper has its own small loader on the back, and you run the log in from the back end.
Inside the chipper, feed rolls pull each log through a series of spinning flail chains.
First 2 flails beat all the bark off so that you got a nice clean log, no bark. That's the flail chain. The end links there, they're wearing thin, and they'll start to break, and then you're not debarking properly. I think we'll be okay for the rest of today. This is actually your chipping wheel. This does all the work. These 3 blades. The chipping wheel sits at a set angle, spinning at the same RPM as the engine. And the log hits that chipping wheel, and it chips. It's a dimensional chip. I'm just changing out my knives, changing the outer 2. And the thickness of your chip is set by how fast you feed the log in. If you change them often enough, you can sharpen your blade. If you run them too long, then you can't sharpen them. Joe tells us how many loads he needs to go to the mill every day. That's our job to make sure they're there.
The chips and biomass are hauled in 8-axle trailers called Super B trains.
B trains pack maximum volume, maximum load, but they got bellies on them, right? And they're only maybe 8 to 10 inches off the ground.
They're actually meant for the highway. They're not meant to be in the bush where we have them.
The Pressy Lake Road runs 38 kilometers through the center of the block, ending at the provincial highway.
It's a crappy road. That's the best way to describe it. Just solid rock with clay on top of it. It's just endless mud when it gets wet.
The success of the project depends on preloading B trains and moving them down to the highway, so the haulers don't have to drive on the block road.
We have bush drivers, they stay in the bush, and they know the roads, where to drive, what not to do. That way it minimizes problems with random truck drivers coming into the block. They only have a certain amount of time to go to the mill and back each day. They can just grab a load and go.
There's some gnarly clouds coming in, eh?
The beauties of the caribou, where you can go from fire shutdown early shift to rained out all in the same day. Not good, not good. Thinking it better stop raining soon, or we're gonna go from too dry to too wet. Doesn't take much. A little bit of grease, truck starts spinning out. Pressy Lake Road is snot. It is straight snot when it starts raining. It's hard to get around with a pickup. We need to get at least 3 more loads I don't know if it's gonna happen. Gross. Go make a phone call, see how adventurous we're gonna get today. I just tried to phone Joe. I just wanted to know what my parameters were, how adventurous we should get today, whether we're pulling with the skidders or just parking trucks. There's times where you do call Joe or, you know, how far do you want me to go? We'll solve the problem, but how much money do you want to spend, right? I'm gonna go with my gut and what I think he would want me to do. It might not be what he wants us to do.
Hey, Kurt, here, there's 2 empties at the bottom of the hill.
Gotta make the call on the fly. Live by the sword, die by the sword kind of thing.
The bush drivers will brave the block road to get the empty B trains.
Yeah, it's feeling pretty greasy already. We just slid down that little hill.
When you come over these big hills and stuff, again, if it's wet or snowing, you'll slide. You'll go on a toboggan ride for sure.
Not looking good. So low to the ground, can't go over steep pitches, gets muddy, and then you start building a little bit of ruts.
Starting to spin already?
Oh yeah, just sliding down the hills, spinning. You bigger, Curtis?
Hear me, Curtis?
Oh, look at that, right? Spun out truck.
Yeah, I make this hill.
Bigger, Curtis?
Oh, we got a spun out truck.
At Pressy Lake.
Yeah, I make this hill.
A blast of rain traps 2 empty chip trucks on the muddy block road.
Curtis?
I'll pull those guys up close.
Okay.
We're gonna go get the skidder.
The trailers need to be preloaded today for an early morning pickup.
Little hiccups happen all the time. That's why you gotta have the tools and the guys willing to make it happen. It's always good to know how to run everything on the block.
As a 3rd-generation logger, Curtis has been around machines his entire life.
My dad was a logger, and so was my grandpa. My dad used to take us with him in the low bed truck when I could sleep on the passenger seat, so I was, 3-4 years old. It's all I've ever known.
He's top production, for sure. I'm not just saying that because he's my son. Okay, so Curtis is my youngest son. He's a buncherman, skidder operator, cat operator, hoe operator. He just liked equipment. And I think that's because when I took him to work, that's all I was ever doing.
Pull you right up around that corner, up onto the flat.
Hey, garage?
Oh, you betcha. The pin doesn't want to lift?
No, it does, but I can't.
Want me to hold it up?
Maybe. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Teamwork.
You alright?
Yeah, you bet. Have no trouble at all.
Beauty.
Good there, I think, eh?
Sounds good. Sweet, sweet. Good as long as the rain doesn't continue. It'll work. We're gonna do what we were supposed to do today, even though the weather didn't really want to cooperate. Oh, logging is 100% a team sport.
There's a sense of pride making sure all the loads are accounted for at the end of the day, then everybody gets their paycheck.
Yeah, we pulled about 5 tags in that block car, and then we re-tagged some.
At the Narrows.
So this is the one I'm concerned about. I think we got about 15 turns marked in that block.
Sig and Sean QC the blocks.
Oh yeah, there's a few we can check out up here.
After a number of aborted turns and mistags were reported yesterday.
This is my 3rd time in this block, but I haven't been here since they bucked it. The very nature of salvage is that the trees that we go to recover are spread out, sometimes kilometers apart. This is a nice piece. Probably 2 cubes, 2.5 cubes. It's almost impossible to oversee everything that someone's doing.
Further up the hill,
I'm gonna start heading up to a high power block here.
Lance is ahead of the S61, preparing the next block for flight.
You see that kind of log poking up? Something's going on right there. That better not be a tagged log.
So we had a few places that the logs were not tagged properly.
Whoa, watch that hole.
Before I put my name on a helicopter going somewhere, I want to make sure that I've seen what's going on there, and I want to know that that wood is going to fly.
Oh wow, that is never going anywhere. Okay, so that's what I would call an abort. How are you gonna pull that log out from under that tree? This should have been walked away from in the first place. So I'm gonna put an X on that so somebody else doesn't come along and tag that. It's so important to catch these aborts before they happen. I don't even want this log. It's crap. I just found this one log, total piece of and having a tag on it. Ideally, somebody never tagged that. Unreal, man. So what we do with that, pull the tags. What is going on here?
When you have a problem, like a person not tagging properly, that keeps ongoing being a problem until you catch up. Hey, Lance?
Are you seeing a lot up there, or is it just the odd turn?
I pulled tags off up there of utility and crap.
We found even more errors on the tagging than we ever anticipated. We were blindsided, you could say, by it. This one's gonna have to be left, so we're gonna pull the tags on it.
We're looking for high grade, high-end lumber type logs. And you don't always know if the log you're looking at is going to produce that.
Some of those logs have been on the ground for 100 years, soaking up water. You can only see the top surface of the log. You can't see what's underneath. It could be rotten. To make our sales value, we absolutely have to have a certain quality of log. There's a threshold at which we start to lose money.
What we're trying to avoid is spending $600 to fly this thing out to a landing, plus the barging costs and everything else that goes into getting this thing to the point where it can actually be scaled and we can get paid.
When mistakes are made, it's hard not to get a little worked up or worried. Is there more of this? Is there too much of this? Are we going to be flying logs that shouldn't be coming off the hill?
It's just a really poor stand to begin with. So I'm not surprised with what I found. I'm just disappointed that so much of it was marked to fly. We've probably at this point got close to $1 million invested into the small volume that we have. So we're now going to reduce the volume we're going to take. I know we're impacting our bottom line here. I want to do a debrief with all the boys.
We're going to start our day heli logging again.
It's a new day on the West Coast.
It's a great day to travel by boat. It's flat comp.
Go for SIG. We got the first bag in the pocket here. Okay, thanks.
The tug crew delivers the first bag of logs to the pocket.
When the barge arrives, you kind of want all the wood there for it because it'll load fairly quick. We'll string the next bag together so the chopper will have an empty bag to fly into. log or just a piece of... Just saw something. I think it's just moss. We're just gonna have a look here. Could be a low floating log. We don't want to lose one. It is a chunk of wood, yeah. That's a big piece of wood. Just choke it. Yeah, it sure was hard to tell. There wasn't much above the water there.
I'd have to say about $3,000 would be my best guess how much that log is worth, but pretty big.
Loose logs, they float so low, they just kind of turtle underneath the sticks and float away, so you gotta kind of watch that. Looks like high grade. We don't want to let those get away. I'm glad we stopped. Sig wouldn't have liked that.
It's not looking great, Sig.
On shore, Sig and Sean have called a crew meeting.
So this is for all of us here that are on the hill. So what really got me going yesterday, I pulled 7 tags because it's just too rough a wood. It is really stressful we see these errors.
Yeah, there's just a lot of head scratchers out there.
You got to take an extra look. Be aware of the timber around you because some of it just won't throw high grade. So now every cubic meter less than what was intended to be produced increases the cost of the barge to Vancouver. If there's any wood that we missed, that's our opportunity to add volume. I think we need to get every stick we can. We're gonna go and buck some I found in 14, 15.
We're gonna go to 10, hit that, and then we can walk up to 11.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Good. Yeah, we'll see you guys in a little while then.
The hill crews will revisit the blocks to search for high-grade logs that may have been missed on the first pass.
Find some more wood, Glenn. Find some more wood.
There's a ripper right down there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long way.
Right there.
It takes about 4 minutes to get a log to the pocket and back from some of these long flies.
Thanks, sir.
All right, I'll talk to you in a bit.
So you better make sure that every log that comes out of there is the nicest log in the world. Trekking around in the Narrows. I don't know what's worse, that or hell. You gotta cover the ground, otherwise you ain't gonna find the wood.
I believe that log I'm talking about is right there. Okay, look at this nice big bad boy.
Did you cut a window out of this side?
It's been laying on the ground, soaking up water for a million years. Until you cut into that log, you can't really gauge quality.
Whoa!
Is it nice?
Oh yeah.
The log is high-grade cedar.
Tell me when you get to 5-1 on this one.
There.
Perfect. We'll hit one there.
Yeah.
They'll buck it into lengths so it can fly.
A minimum high-grade length is 5.1 meters long, which is about 16 feet. If we cut it shorter than that, it's gonna lose value.
Where are we moving to there, Cole?
Probably the next deck. Go back to him.
At Pressy Lake, a new chipping crew is on shift.
Just moving the chipper because we're out of wood here. It's fairly simple, but it's just time consuming. Here's the move.
Instead of dragging wood to the chipper, they drag the chipper up and down the block road to pre-sorted decks.
Some areas are definitely harder than others getting that chipper to go where you want it, especially when it's soft or muddy.
Everybody that's out here is really good, but one guy that really stands out right off the bat is Cole. He just got trained up this summer on the chipper. He was a skidder operator.
The skidder can only do so much, and then once you master it, it's onto a different horse, I guess.
Go down.
Yeah, I've never had an easier guy to train to run a piece of equipment. When you show up with the clipboard to take notes, it means you want to do a good job.
One or two more there, Kelly.
That should be good.
When I first showed up, I was like, looking at it, you like don't know what the hell's going on in there. Then after working on it, kind of wrapped your head around it.
You want these bigger ones that are cool to run through?
Yeah, we'll give it a try. Just throwing in some beautiful long ass trees and then we should be good. We'll see in a minute here.
Trying to make sure everything's going through the chipper, making sure wood's not stalling out, listening for any noises or smells, trying to keep the chipper safe.
I feel it coming out too slow. What the f is that? Oh, come on. Tell me you're stuck in. Oh, come on. Tell me you're stuck in.
At Pressy Lake, the chipper has stopped chipping.
Gonna hop out of the chipper.
Need a hand, big fella?
I'll just get you to grab this chain.
Oh, you jammed her?
Yeah.
Big fir, especially when it's dead and rotten, that stuff can plug up pretty fast just because of the volume that's coming out of there.
You want me to wrap a chain around there?
Yeah, I'll throw it around your grapple.
Fir, they all have a crook to them, right? And if you don't get that bend in there the right way, it'll wedge in the chipper and you're screwed.
Oh, we're just getting this, throwing a chain on this stuck log here. These short ones always like to try and jam up on you. This is usually what I hate, just because it adds time to the truck sitting.
Just cuts into your time of loading the truck, and then you won't get out as many trucks.
Only thing I'm really worried about is time out here. That's everything. Now we fire back up. Do not want that log in there again. There she goes. She's going through.
Good to go.
At the Narrows, Lance and Max prepare a high-grade cedar for flight.
Can't get over how big this thing is. Like, this thing could have been down here for 20 years. It's actually 7'10" across there.
7'10"?
Man, this goes down to the dirt. I think it's actually gonna be bigger than we think it is. I'm digging my hand under and I'm not even feeling the bottom of the log.
The bucked lengths are still too heavy for the helicopter.
It's already the shortest length that the customer wants. So if we bucked it back, it could throw it out a high grade.
To maintain the length, the bucked log needs to be cut down the middle.
If it's a solid log, we'll rip it right down the middle and split it in 2 solid halves. But this is not a solid log. It's got natural cracks in it, so we should be able to just rip it apart with the grapple.
Sometimes there's a log that hit the ground 100 years ago and split into slabs. So we cut some windows in between those slabs, paint them all up, and the helicopter put the grapple right in those holes and pull those slabs apart for me.
If we did this all right, he should be able to pull this apart without having cut the whole log.
So there's 6 turns sitting right here for this machine, but about 24 meters of wood in this one tree, which is probably worth 15 grand.
He's gonna need some serious power to pull her.
Hello, 61. Lefty pull. Alright, we got a couple sliders here for you now.
It should come apart just like we thought. They put some grapple marks on it, painted the crack.
Okay. Wishing you luck.
I'm gonna need it. So are you.
Worst case scenario is this thing doesn't come apart in the slabs that we're looking at here. Let's get out of here.
If the log doesn't rip, it'll be another costly abort.
Wow, right off to 11:30, buddy.
Okay, I'm gonna try this and we'll let you know. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a different approach at that.
Get nervous.
He's pulling hard.
Stand by, please.
Worst case scenario is this thing doesn't come apart.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a different approach at that.
At the Narrows, the S61 attempts to rip apart a massive cedar with its grapple.
Stand by, please.
We have some really experienced pilots. They can pull slabs apart like no one else.
Oh!
Ah! Sick! Woo! Awesome. That's how you do a ripper without actually having to rip it. You find the cracks, you paint it up, you tag everything properly, and boom, she comes apart like that. And that's a perfect world. Lots of times you get a huge headache, man. But that worked out great.
Sig's gonna be pretty stoked when that thing splashes in the pocket.
Oh, yeah.
The ripper will add 6 giant slabs of high-grade cedar to the pocket.
How much was that one, right?
That's about as good as it gets, man.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty cool, and you can see the full turn right over the mountain.
Yeah. Everything we do is getting paid by the wood we move. And if it doesn't make that minimum grade, it's not worth very much money.
We got your official 61 timer.
2.45. And the one before that was about a 2.3.
At this point, we've seen a lot of nice wood fly, but we've seen a lot of not so nice wood fly too, and that's kind of in the back of our minds there at this point.
Oh, we're looking up there right now. Snowing.
At Pressy Lake, a sudden drop in temperature is a welcome sign.
Pretty snowy, but nothing out of the usual.
Here it comes, and get ready for it. So you better get your tire chains all tuned up because you're gonna need them.
Yeah, you're okay there, Kelly. That was good.
That's just being a logger biomass guy, right? Winter's your best time of year.
The freeze is very important. The sooner it freezes and the later it thaws, we're happy with that. We're going to be going full tilt starting Monday.
Winter will be the final push for Joe and his team.
Pull out of the tipper.
Once the season ends, they'll find out if the biomass pilot project was a success.
Biomass makes so much sense, but it seems to be such a hard sell.
Think you get by on the right side there, Kelly? I think so.
I've always been the type of person that was somebody told you couldn't do it, I'd try twice as hard to do it just to prove them wrong.
Joe's a biomass champion, very passionate about what he does, and glad to have him on our team too.
Okay, have a good weekend, you guys.
Careful on the hill. That's not the hill, the bottom. That's where it usually hurts. Yeah, the quick stop.
Big logs, heavy logs.
Next time on Timber Titans.
Well, Ralph's gonna get mad, saying he don't like fighting hang-ups.
I can't take it!
Oh yeah, there we go.
There goes nothing.
Everybody's working together, trying to get wood out.
I can't even budge.
Everything's a struggle.
Whoa, doesn't look good.